Hey everybody, Mature Simmer here. So been working away hard at my career series, and as you can see, I'm up level 44, almost at level 45. Basically, 45 and 50 get me a couple new things that are level based. They don't unlock them. I've got other things I need to do for them, but they at least get me past that point. So right now in the career series, I have been able to stay ahead of my level requirements almost always, I think. I don't think I was ever waiting as a level. In fact, I can say that with certainty. I was never waiting for a level other than waiting for something else. So I've been basically doing some simpler missions. I actually flew the, I think it's Elviro something or other. I don't know. It's like a bubble plane. It's almost like a helicopter on wheels as far as what the cockpit looks like. It was actually a nice plane to fly. I'm surprised. I always get a little worried with those experimental aircraft that they'll be a little bit challenging. So I was struggling to figure out what I needed to do to land on soft runways. And what I figured out is the first flights actually let you do things. So let me just show folks in case you're trying to figure that out on your own. So yeah, we have search and rescue, but we also have another thing available. But let's see, where is the search and rescue going to be? Wow, down in South America somewhere. Cool. All right. Glasses. And I've got another one that I had unlocked before that obviously I didn't record on. So the first flights are these little, little leaves. So, you basically look at those, but the thing that I figured out, so this is what we're flying over, but this is where they're taking off from. So you're going to look at the airport and see, like in this case, as I zoom in, well, I can see there's a runway, so I wouldn't grab that mission. And so the challenge I kept having was that I had other stuff happening here. Man, I am really tempted to take this one. I am actually going to go ahead and do that because it's really hard to get these. So I'm going to step away and fly this, and then I will be back. All right, I'm back here. Finish my charter flight so you can see where we're at. I got over 1 million XP again. But again, the challenge that I've started to determine here with this career sim is everything seems to be live weather. I don't know that you can change it. So again, I'm up here. I landed in Wisconsin, right around Milwaukee, and the weather's not great. I mean, it wasn't snowing, it wasn't crazy, but I got, again, like 300,000 of that is bad weather bonus, and 400,000 of it is non-skip bonus. And you can see somehow I missed an ATC transmission, but other than that, I almost was perfect. So I'll be way over 45. Good news is we got some good income here. That's what I wanted. All right. So let's see. Alright, so almost at 50, which is a big milestone because that pretty much gets me anywhere I want. So I definitely want jet, and I also want scoop eventually, but I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to do jet here. So higher altitudes, the right to pick times, lessened cabin noise, things like that. So we're going to go ahead and purchase this, and then I'm thinking as I go through my other items, my other 2 flights, that I'll get 5,000 and we'll get up, and then we'll be able to get scoop, and then that's all I'm waiting on to do firefighting. So there's some crazy stuff that we've got coming up here. But, so let's see. When someone thinks about speed in modern aircraft, one's likely to think about airplanes equipped with turbofan engines. You will be performing today's flight at the helm of the Cirrus Vision SF50G2 Very Light Jet. This aircraft stands out through its incredible ease of use. It should prove rather straightforward to handle, as it is both nimble and easy to fly. Jet engines offer a more efficient alternative at high speed than their turboprop counterpart due to the absence of propeller drag. Alright, I'm not sure where we are here, but you know, the good news is you can do it over and over, but I've somehow managed to get all my licensing and certification on the first try. So that has been nice, but the nice thing is, I think once I get this, I think then I have everything if I want to do a charter company at some point. I don't like the choppiness, because that likely means we're going to be choppy with everything else. Maybe not. We'll see. Okay. So we've got the chocks, engine cover, pitot cover. Okay, so there's the pitot. Not close enough, I guess. It's the engine cover in the back. Yeah, it looks like it's kind of over there. So let's see. How close do we need to get? There we go. So, are we in like Toronto or something? I don't know. Space Needle? That's what it looks like.
Welcome to Toronto Island Airport.
There we go.
I'll be making sure that you fly safe throughout your exam. You will be passing this certification in the Cirrus Vision Jet G2. We've got some light crosswind blowing from the north. Pay special attention to its impact on aircraft handling for both takeoff and landing.
I am not liking this.
Ground November Tree 902 Tree 1, request taxi for takeoff departing straight out.
And hold short runway 26 via taxiway Charlie Delta.
Really? We get
Contact
Chicago up here?
119.2 when ready.
Okay, probe heat. I don't know where any of these things are. Let's acknowledge the
Taxiing
taxi
hold short
clearance.
runway 26 via taxiway Charlie Delta 2 Tree 1.
So let's see. We've got strobe, land, ice, oxygen. Okay, probe heat, and then engine, wing. Whoops. Take off, emergency battery, and oxygen off. Alright, so where are those things? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. I think I've never flown this plane at all. Okay, fuel control. Whoops. Okay, that's the engine. Easy enough. Alright, so oxygen. Oxygen is on auto. Alright. There's nothing here. 7, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Fuel quantity, like, this just doesn't look good. Like, it looks like something's messed up with all my, all this stuff. So I'm just a little worried about where it's gonna have us go. Alright, so we need to basically go out and around. Alright, well, we're gonna give it a go. Wish me luck. All I want is a certification. Alright, I'm hitting, there we go. I'm hitting my gas. But yeah, this is so frame rate horrendous. Because yeah, it's a miracle I landed the last thing too. So see, and the issue is, I'm sure it's because I've never been up here. See, in these crazy airports, I mean, you saw that hill. Like, see, I'm up this hill, which is insane, because now I'm gonna have to do this, and then it's gonna, like, take off. Come on. Jesus, really? This is ridiculous. Oh my goodness. So, definitely problems, but these are similar to what we had in Flight Simulator 2020. The difference is, again, because I'm sure it's streaming in this scenery, it's struggling. So what I may end up doing is sitting here for, I don't know, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and then giving it a go again. Let me see if I hold short there, will it? Alright. I mean, it's kind of improving already, but that's why I'm like, if I just give it a little bit of time. I'm like, is it gonna give it to me?
City Tower, November, tree 902 tree, 1 ready at runway 26 straight out departure.
November, tree 902, tree 1, altimeter 29.902, departing straight out approved. Cleared for takeoff, runway 26.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 262 tree 1.
Alright, so I'm going to give myself a bit of a pause here. Alright, so it's been about 5 minutes. I think things are a little bit better. I don't know for sure. But we're going to give it a shot. Marginally. It's still kind of choppy for this. So I did find, for example, like when I had the TBM, you know, and I think some of it might be the airplane model too. Because when I finally got access to the TBM 930, which is a plane I do enjoy, I was like, "Ooh, I wanna use that now." It is much better now than it was yesterday when that happened. I don't know why the battery thing keeps going off. Alright. So we're gonna line up. Oh, I see. Never mind. That's the runway there. Holy moly. At least I think that's the runway there. I hope so. Otherwise I'm taking off the wrong way. That would really suck. Alright, well, if the plane crashes or something... No, this is horrendous. Yeah, this is really bad. Oh my god, this is terrible. Alright, we're up, but my god. flaps up. I'm just gonna try to survive. That's all I'm gonna say. I am just gonna try to survive.
231 leaving my airspace frequency change.
I don't understand that
City Tower,
on
November tree,
these.
902
It's
tree,
just
1 frequency
ridiculous.
change.
Alright, so we want to maintain the altitude. So let me go back down. Of course, this will just speed everything up like crazy. Oh my god. Maintain the altitude. What the heck is the downwind leg? Oh my god. Alright, I need to go way, way down here.
Tower, November tree, 902 tree, 12 miles southeast, 2,000 feet to land.
Altimeter 29.902, fly left base runway 26.
Okay, extend the gear.
Big left base, runway 26, 2 tree 1.
2 tree, 1 wind, 019er at 1 tree. Clear to land runway 26.
They're not giving you nearly enough room
Clear to
here.
land, runway 26,
I will tell
2
you
tree
that.
1.
Like, this is insane. So I'm gonna up my engine a little bit here.
Sink rate.
Yeah, I
Sink
know,
rate.
I know.
Sink rate. Sink rate.
And this is now terrible with, I mean, I'm sure it's beautiful once it's all loaded in,
500. Sink rate.
but this is
Sink
terrible.
rate. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up.
Yeah, I am pulling up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Oh, this is not good. Oh boy. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Oh, this is gonna be brutal if I make it. Come on, we can do it. Alright, well, I made it to the ground. Amazing, somehow. I'm thinking it'll be bad. I don't know that it's gonna give it to me, but we're gonna try. Seeing this again is
1 turn next taxiway.
like I end up putting my parking brake on when it's doing that because it's like it can't pick up that I'm holding my button. So we'll see. I don't know that it's gonna give it to me. That was a rough landing, but not necessarily like my thing. It's all the frame rate. So there are definitely some issues with this being usable. And the concern is, like, you know, again, I've increased my cache to 64 gig. So, like, in theory, even if there's a 2, 4, 5 gig airplane, like, there should be room
121.72 tree 1.
to hold several airplanes and whatever, and that's kind of my hope. I mean, I have a, you know, a 4 terabyte drive that I use for, not, you know, I mean, it was purchased for Flight Sim back in 2020, but, So yeah, we'll see.
Ground November tree 902 tree 1 taxi to parking.
I mean, we didn't
November
end up
tree
in the
902
water, we
tree
didn't
1
crash,
taxi to
but
general
man, it was
aviation,
ugly.
parking via taxiway.
I just want my license, then I'll worry about my flying.
Taxiing to general aviation parking via taxiway 2 tree 1.
Yeah, I mean, this is still... And again, I think it's the city. I think if I, like, didn't have all that back there, I think it would be better. But I think it's what it's doing with that. And I've got, again, everything back just to high. I took everything off ultra that I had upped. Again, when I say everything, I didn't put much up to ultra. I mean, although, yes, I guess it was most of the scenery, but, you know, this is more than enough. I mean, that's the one thing. I've not had the experience that I've seen with people online that, I don't know what this Bing Bing is, but again, I've never flown this plane. I guess it's like warning me that it's gonna move soon. And again, I had to hit the thing. Let's see. Is it gonna make me do it again? It would suck if it would, but it may. Because, yeah, the landing was terrible. I mean, let's see, what did it record it as? 6:05. I mean, it's not... My God, how long does it take for the engine to shut down? I mean, I hear it still, but wow.
I would have done a few things differently, but that was some really good flying.
Okay, so maybe it says I passed, so... Again, I only need to get a C. I got a B, amazing. Alright, plane handling, taxi path, traffic pattern. Okay, didn't really have anything about landing specifically. But a B is not something to sneeze at, so I'll take it. Hopefully it won't crash on me. There we go. Oh, I was worried there. So that's still the same info. Alright, yeah, I'm not a fan of this thing yet. I don't know, maybe I'll change my mind. Alright, so in theory, well, I guess everything isn't unlocked because this is not. But again, this I need 100,000 for. This requires 50, and then again the scoop is what I need next, and that's 50. Oh, that's 15. I thought it was 20. Well, heck, then we're gonna get this taken care of. Alright, allows you to perform a highly effective firefighting technique that requires an aircraft to scoop a large volume of water from a source such as a river or lake. So they have water takeoffs, water landings, updrafts, short and downdrafts, so yeah. A lot of stuff that I just don't know. Alright, so we won't be able to use this thing until we get the turbo airline transport, so we can't use the big one. But we can use a little one. Alright, so this was actually what I was hoping for. So in this case, I think I'm just going to have this episode be the last couple things lumped together with these endorsements, because then when I think I go do all these things, it's going to be a lot. Alright, so we scoop, and then what? Oh, and then just take off from the water. So basically we have to show we can do it, and then not crash, I'm sure. Okay. This certification is an essential part of any aerial firefighting course, and a must-have for pilots aspiring to fly for private firefighting companies or dedicated government agencies. All firefighting aircraft need to fill their water tanks at some point, and water scooping is a highly effective way of doing so. Seaplanes like the Air Tractor AT-802 Fireboss can touch down on water and fill its dedicated tanks as they advance on the water's surface. The AT-802 Fireboss will be the ideal aircraft for earning this certification. Again, doesn't look like, hopefully there's not a big city around, and so therefore maybe it won't be crazy for loading. But yeah. I get the all nice, hey, we're in Toronto, look how beautiful it is thing, but not a fan of what it was doing. And again, I'm not saying I would have been incredible if it wasn't for the frame rate, but it makes things almost impossible. Alright, so we're up here. I mean, I assume this is like flying any other aircraft.
Let's see how you handle a regular water scooping exercise aboard the AT-802 Fire Boss. Biscarrosse is a significant location in the history of seaplanes, and the lakes around the city provide ample room to perform this scooping exercise. You will have to reduce your speed and touch down on the water. You can then extend the probes
It's
while
a
maintaining
little
a speed of 60 knots as
jumpy.
you scoop and fill your tanks.
60 knots. Where's... Okay, my
Once the
speed's
tanks
right
are
in
filled,
front of
you will
me.
have to take off from the water.
Alright. Goodness gracious. So we are at 1200. I'm gonna back off. Again, I've never flown this plane. The question becomes, do I use my flaps? Because that I don't know. And again, I don't know that I have to, like, I mean, it's water. So, I mean, but I don't know if it's, like, not gonna give me credit if I'm not going right where it's suggesting I go. So, I'm gonna kind of head that way. Speed up a little bit because we are kind of dropping, and while I want to drop, I don't suddenly want to be not able to fly. So that's the thing. I want my speed high enough. What I don't see is my vertical speed indicator. I just obviously see my altimeter, but I know nothing. Alright, I mean, we're at 500, so let's stay here for now. Going down to 60 is gonna be nuts. And again, I mean, I assume you're effectively, like, landed on the water. It's not like anything other than that. So, at that point, you're not gonna crash. It's just a matter of then you need enough to take off and all of that. But yeah, if we get the scoop endorsement, that's why I'm going to separate these, because as it is, I've already got at least two things that I can do as first flights, which should be an episode in themselves, in theory. But then I would probably have aerial firefighting, so that'll give me 3 at least. I think I need more stuff to get the next charter level, which I think is what happens after that. But this would be cool, because this is like a job that, like, this is what is awesome with sims like this and stuff, where obviously I'm never going to get to do this or anything like this in real life, so being able to experience it. But yeah, this is at least flyable. It's just this plane is challenging. I mean, I don't know if it's windy, but I mean, I keep pulling to the right. You can see I'm actually angled over. I'm really almost trying to fly into the wind that way just to keep heading this way. Alright, so now we're 600, and again, I assume I just go anywhere near the
Start
lake.
reducing your speed. You should start scooping at around 60 knots.
Alright, I've extended flaps. Alright, I guess I have to extend them all the way. Interesting. Okay, I reduced speed, and now I need to touch down in the water. So we're gonna just be gentle here. I think I'm 400 feet up. Back this off a bit. Extend probes by pressing Z. Alright, it's not doing it. Alright. Why won't this do it? Alright, well, now it did it. Alright, maintain a speed of 60 knots. Now how do I know if the scoop... Okay.
And the tanks are filled. Time to take off. Pay special attention to your aircraft's handling. It won't be the same with all the extra weight from the water you scooped.
Oh yeah. This is heavy. Holy moly. Yeah, I
Good, you know
cannot...
how to handle the fire boss now.
I
You can
cannot
drop
do
the
a...
water back in the lake.
I cannot do a crazy angle of attack. Alright, why?
You flew well today. Congratulations on passing this endorsement. You could have done even better by tweaking a few aspects of your flying, but that was a solid performance regardless.
Alright. Well, that's good. Touchdown smoothness, 93. I didn't do great on the scooping speed. Oh, didn't maintain a B, but that's alright for the first time, especially since my scoop wasn't working. That's really what caused my issue. So I think if I do it again, so there we go. It allows you to perform a highly effective firefighting technique that requires an aircraft to scoop a large volume of water from a source, such as a river or a lake. And now we get these, but again, we can't fly this until we get our next, until we get this endorsement. So at this point, you know, I'm available. Like, I have everything other than the one I need for that, but it's pretty good. Alright, so we now have 11 certifications, 10 specializations. What I've gotten is search and rescue, cargo transport medium, aerial firefighting initial attack. I still need an airplane mission with passengers, so I'm not, I mean, maybe search and rescue is going to be considered that, but I don't know that I'm going to be able to get that. And then I'll have medevac, and then I need a little bit for agricultural, and then, you know, VIP. So, and then we're into, you know, bigger things and so forth. So yeah, to get the larger ones, I need higher level. But now I have my scoop endorsement, and these are going to take some work because you've got to get like a super cargo transport with an S, or score a cargo transport, I'm sorry, heavy mission, so it's going to be one of these. And then again, I don't have any mediums yet, so I'm not getting anything there, but as you can see, we're down to what, 7 things we haven't had. But at this point, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up because just getting these couple licenses and a little bit of the other stuff that I included should be enough for a decent episode. And we will then return. So if you've enjoyed this, haven't dropped a like, or are not a subscriber, please consider those things. And I will see you next time.